Okay, we'll see HTML tags. So the comment tag is used to insert a comments in a source code, and these comment tags are not displayed in a browser. As we see here, is the example of the comment tag. So less than, exclamatory mark, double dash, and ends with double dash and the greater than sign. Next is the doctype declaration. As you see here is the syntax for doctype. So all the HTML documents must start with the doctype declaration. Actually this is not a tag, it's just information to the browser about the document type to expect. Here is the HTML file or document declaration. Then the Wbr tag, that is abbreviation tag, defines an abbreviation or acronym. As you see here, we are using the abbreviation tag in a paragraph tag. So the syntax, the name of the tag is ABBR. It takes title. When we hover on this WHO term, it will show us a title. Okay, then address tag. Address tag defines the contact information for author or the owner of a document or an article. As we see here, we have used this address tag here. We have wrapped our address information or contact information in the address tag. Okay, so for example, we have wrapped this contact information in a address start and address end tag, and it will display as we see here. Will display as a italic text. We include the link also. Then area tag. This area tag defines an area inside image map. The image map is an image with clickable areas. As we see here, we have declared one image tag, and we have used this use map attribute, and we are pointing it to the work map ID. And as you see here, we have defined map and we have given the name which will be used here as ID. So the name of the map will be used as a use map value, and will return the hash. And then we have defined different areas in our image. So for example, in this image we have this computer, we have this circle, and we have this mobile as a rectangle. So we have defined 3 areas here. This is a rectangle, this is for the computer, then the next is rectangle for this mobile, and this is the coffee cup. I defined a circle, and when we click on this area or this area or this area, it will navigate to the respective href. So see here, so area takes the shape attribute, chords attribute, alt attribute, href attribute. Shape will define what type of shape we are going to define in the area. Chords will define the coordinates of that shape, the alt attribute, and the href. Okay, then next is a article tag. This article tags specify the independent and self-contained content. As you see here, we have these many contents in our article tag. Okay, so for example, we have declared here the article tag. We have 1, 2, and 3 articles, and we are defining the title, and the actual content, title using the h2, and the contents using the paragraph tag. So we can wrap different types of content in our article tag. Okay, the next is aside tag. You see here we have used one aside tag, and we have written one h4 for quote center, and we are describing that quote center here. So the definition and use of this tag is site tag defines some content aside from the content it is placed in. As we see here, we have mentioned this term quote center in our content, and we are writing some more information about that term in a side content. Okay, so the next is a base tag. So the base tag specifies the base URL and target for all relative URLs in the document. As we see here, we have specified one base tag here, and we are passing the base href and the target for relative URLs. Okay, then the base tag must have either href or a target, or we can use both, but it should have at least one attribute. Then block quote tag. Block quote tag specifies the section that is quoted from another source. Like as we see here, this text is quoted from another site, so we are using this block quote tag, and we are using the site attribute. So this this text is we are referring from this site. So the output of the block quote element will look like this. You see here we have defined paragraph tag, and then we have defined this block quote tag. The block quote tag is taking some left padding, so as you see here. Okay, next is a canvas tag. This tag is used to draw graphics on the fly, and via scripting we usually use a JavaScript to work with the canvas. Okay, for example, as we see here, we have drawn one rectangle. We can draw any shape on a canvas on the fly. As we see here, we are referring this canvas element which is having the ID my canvas. We are getting that canvas in a C, then we are getting the 2D context using the get context, and argument will be the 2D. Once we store the 2D context, we'll use the fill style property to fill the color, and we'll use this fill rect method to draw a rectangle. So we'll draw a rectangle of this color. As we see here, the output. Oh, we have different methods for different shapes. Okay, then the caption tag. Caption tag defines the table caption, and this caption tag must be inserted after the start of the table tag. So for example, we have used this monthly savings caption, and it will render above the table, but we have to insert it after the start tag of table. Okay, then next is a data tag. So the data tag is used to add a machine readable translation of a given content. We have used here the value for data tag, value attribute, and we are rendering this text in a li. So this data tag text attribute as a machine readable value, and it will take the content to render in a browser. Okay, then the next is a data list tag. This behaves like a autocomplete feature for input element. This data list is with predefined options, usually connected to an input. As we see here, we are using this list attribute for input, and the same value of the list attribute will be used as id value for a data list tag. And as we see here, we have some predefined options here, and we can add a user defined option and select that option using this data list tag. Okay, so as we see here, we have this input text and one data list tag. It has some predefined options like different browsers. We have this list attribute for input and the id attribute for data list. Values for both should be the same. And as we see here, the output, we have this predefined options here, and we can add user defined, and when we'll submit it, it will select the user, as you see here. So we can select from the predefined options, or we can enter a new value to select. Okay, then the next is a dd tag. Actually, dd tag is a part of this dl element. We can nest the dt and the dd elements in a dl element. Dl means this description list, and we can see here we have written the dd and dt and the dd element within the dl. Okay, so the dd tag is used to describe the term or a name in a description list. Then this dt tag is used to define terms or name, and the dd is used to describe the term or that name in a description list. As we see here, this is the output for data list. So we have this coffee as a term, and we have described that term using this dd element. Okay, so the dfn tag stands for definition element, and it specifies a term that is going to be defined within the content. So as we see here, we have used this dfn tag. So the nearest parent of a dfn tag must also contain the definition or explanation for the term. So this is the explanation for the HTML term, as you see here. Okay, so the output for dfn tag is this. We'll make italic for a dfn tag. Okay, the next is a dl tag, stands for description list, and it has a nested dt and the dd tags. Then the image tag, and this image tag is used to embed an image in the HTML page. It has this mandatory src attribute, which will take the source URL for the image. We can assign width and the height using this width and height attribute. Also we can assign using CSS. Then there is alt attribute. If image not found or there is a problem with this image source, this alt text will be printed on the web page. Okay, then the map tag. We have already seen this area tag. This map tag wrap the different areas for image mapping. Okay, then the mark tag defines the text that should be marked or highlighted. Okay, in a Chrome we can see mark tag will behave like a span with a yellow background. And then next is a meta tag. This tag defines metadata about an HTML document. Metadata is a data about information about the data or HTML document. This tag always goes in a head element of HTML and typically used to specify character set, page description, keywords, author of document, and viewport setting. This tag will not be displayed on a page. It's actually a machine parsable. This tag is used by browsers or search engines and other web services. Okay, as we see here, we have used the meta tag for character set, then we have used it for description, and the content will be this. We have used for keywords, author, viewport. So the meta tag will mostly have a name and the content attribute. We also have a character set attribute here. Okay, then the nav tag, we use this tag to define a set of navigation links. So we see here we have used some navigation links nested in a nav element. Okay, the no script tag defines an alternate content to be displayed if user disables the script or browser doesn't support that script. Object tag is used to embed multimedia data in our web page. We have embedded the JPG image, we have embedded the HTML document, we have embedded this video. We use the data attribute to embed the multimedia content. Okay, then we have opt group tag. This opt group tag is part of the select element we use to define group of related options in the select tag. So you see here have defined one group using the label attribute of opt group tag. So you see here label of Swedish cars, German cars, and we are using different options within the opt group. So this label attribute is important when we use this opt group. Okay, this is the output for opt group. So you see here these are options, and this is the opt group, which is not selectable, but we can clearly see the two groups using this opt group. Okay, using this section tag, we define the different sections in our document. As we see here, we have defined two different sections in our document. The section tag. Okay, then the select tag. We can see here we have defined one select tag, and we are nesting the options for a select tag. Okay, then the source tag we can use as a nested tag for audio and the video. Source tag is used to define the source of related content. Like in audio tag, we define the audio file using the src attribute of the source tag. and we'll define the type of the file. So the src and the type are the attribute used for source tag. By using this type attribute, we define the multimedia type for that specific file. Okay, then the summary tag we use in a details tag. We use it as a nested tag in a details tag. As we see here, the output first time only the summary of the details tag will be shown, and once we click on that left side arrow, it will open the other details from the details tag. Okay, the next is a template tag. Template tag is used as a container to hold some HTML content hidden from the user when the web page loads first time the web page is loading. As you see here, we have defined this template. This template won't show when the page is loaded, but we have handled it using this JavaScript function. On click of this button, we'll get that template. We'll clone the nodes from that template and will append to the body. Okay, as we see here, the template is not rendered here. It's just this h1 tag paragraph, and the button is rendered here. Once we click on this button, it will take the templates from the page, and it will read the first template element, it will clone, and then it will append to the document.body. So you see here, as we click on this, it will add this h2 and the image to the HTML body. Okay, then the track tag. This track tag is used to show the subtitles or caption for audio and the video element. Tracks are formatted in a WebVTT format, .vtt files. Okay, then the where tag. Suppose we want to show some mathematical expression or variables in a programming language, and that we want to show in our plain text, then we'll use this var tag. It usually shows the italic text. Okay, as we can see here, we have rendered this b using var tag, have rendered h, then again we have rendered b, and again h, and the output will be like this. It will look like we are seeing a mathematical expression. Okay, then the Wbr tag. This Wbr tag specifies where in a text it would be okay to add a line break. So document can add a line break at this point or at this point.